There's three body types. The first is endomorph, slower metabolism, easier to put on fat and muscle. The second is mesomorph, kind of in the middle. It's easy to put on fat and muscle, but at the same time, it's easy to lose fat and muscle. And the third is ectomorph, which if you clicked on this video is probably you. Fast metabolism, skinny body, and very hard to put on weight. As an ectomorph, it feels impossible to gain weight. You feel like you need to always be eating, yet when you step on the scale, you barely gain any weight. If that sounds like you, this video is exactly what you need, because I'm going to tell you the three things that if you start doing today, you will gain more weight and muscle in the next 30 days than you have ever in your entire life. By the way, we just hit 1 million subscribers, so thank you so much. This is a milestone that we've been grinding towards for years now, and we finally hit it thanks to you. But it's just the beginning, many more videos to come, so make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And let's get into number one, the exercise. Aside from your diet, which we'll get into in a second because it's the most important, the exercise feels like the hardest part to do because you're busy with school or work, so it's hard to fit a workout in every single day. The good news is you only need to do strength training for 45 minutes 3 to 5 times a week. And this might seem crazy because you've always heard to work out for at least an hour 6 times a week, but you actually don't, because progressive overload matters more than the duration. The key to muscle growth is gradually increasing weight, reps, and intensity, not spending hours in the gym. So for example, if the first week you're benching 100 pounds for 12 reps, and then 2 weeks after that 100 pounds becomes easy and you're able to do it for 15 to 20 reps, that means you got stronger. So you up the weight to 120 pounds, for example, where you're able to do it for 12 reps again. Until that becomes easy and you're doing that for 15 to 20 reps, then you up the weight again to bring it back to 12 reps. So the key is not actually how long you're working out for, it's to put more and more strain and weight onto your muscles as they get stronger. This way you allow them to get even stronger over time. And that's just one example for bench press, but the same applies to other exercises, whether that be deadlift, squatting, etc. And as a hard gainer, for you, if it's hard to put on muscle and weight, a split you want to follow is push, pull, legs, focusing mainly on compound exercises. Compound exercises is where you're targeting multiple muscle groups at once. So an example of compound exercise is deadlifts, squats, bench press, where you're not isolating a specific muscle group, rather you're using multiple muscles to perform an exercise. And here's an example of a full workout split that allows you to do just that. 45-minute workouts, 3 to 4 days per week, and including many compound exercises. In my private coaching community, I have a lot of guys that are ectomorphs, so it's very hard for them to put on muscle or weight. So back in January, when we did our 30-day fitness challenge, I gave them the proper meal plans and workout programs to follow, and we were doing calls every single week. Here are just a few examples of insane transformation they saw in only 30 days. And the winner won $500, which is this guy right here. By the way, we're doing another challenge like this March 1st, and I'm doubling the prize. It's gonna be $1,000, $500 to the first winner, and $100 to the 5 other winners after that. It's gonna be insane, so if you want to join that, I'll put the link in the description and the pinned comment at the top. The price is also discounted right now until we hit 150 members, because I want to keep this challenge as close-knit as possible. Now, before getting into the diet, which is the most important part, the second and also very important factor as an ectomorph that you need to focus on is your recovery. Your sleep and your rest matters way more than you think it does. Lifting and eating right is useless if you don't allow your muscles to properly recover, because your muscles actually grow bigger and stronger when you're resting and not when you're working out. So here's exactly how to optimize your recovery. The first thing is that you have to get 7 to 9 hours of sleep every single night. This is because there's 2 keys that allow for your muscle growth. Number 1 is your growth hormones, and number 2 is your testosterone. And both your growth hormones and your testosterone are released during your sleep. So if you're not getting as much sleep as you should be getting, then you're not capitalizing on the growth hormones and testosterone that your body can produce. So let's say you're aiming for 8 hours of sleep. Determine what time you have to wake up at. Let's say it's 7 a.m. for school or work. Perfect. Now go to bed 8 hours before that, which would be 11 at night. And stay with that consistent schedule every single night. This way you train your circadian rhythm to go to sleep and to wake up at the same time every single day. This way at 11 p.m. every night, your body will naturally get tired and it will be easier for you to go to sleep. The second important factor to optimize recovery is managing your stress and your cortisol. When you're stressed out, there's a hormone that's released, which is called cortisol. And this hormone can hinder your muscle growth. That's also why you don't want to train for more than 45 minutes, because more cortisol and stress is released after that point. And by maximizing your sleep and your recovery, you allow your body to release less cortisol. And number 3 is avoid overtraining. As we discussed, more is not always better. You want to be training 3 to 5 days a week maximum. This way you have 2 to 4 days a week to recover. Now getting into number 3, the most important and arguably the hardest part of this whole process is your diet. I need you to pay very close attention here because I'm going to make it in a way that's very sustainable for you. First, let's talk about the mistakes that keep skinny guys small. The first mistake is not tracking your calories. Simply put, if you don't track your calories, you don't know if you're eating enough calories every single day. So I recommend you use an app such as MyFitnessPal to track your calories every day and to make sure you're hitting your calorie goal. The second mistake is skipping meals. A missed meal is a missed opportunity to grow. So make sure to plan your meals like your workout. Have set times throughout your day when you're gonna eat your meal. The third mistake is eating too clean. You see, whole foods, natural foods are great, but it can make it hard for you to eat enough. So you need to mix it in and balance it with some calorie dense and nutrient packed food. The fourth mistake is fearing fat. You might think that to get in shape and to build muscle, you need to restrict on fats and you shouldn't be eating too many fats. But it's the opposite. Dietary fats are essential for your hormones and your muscle recovery. So don't skip out on your avocados, your nuts, your oils. And the fifth mistake is not being consistent. If you're only locked in for one day and you eat big only for one day, that won't do anything if you're not staying consistent for the following days, weeks, and months after that. So make sure you're consistently hitting that calorie surplus and your protein goals. Now let's actually get into what you should be doing. Number one, calculate your calories and your protein needs. To gain muscle, you want to eat 300 to 500 calories above your calorie maintenance every single day. A very easy way to calculate a rough estimate of how much you should be eating is to do your body weight in pounds times 18. So if you're 150 pounds times 18, that's 2,700 calories every single day. Now for protein, the rule of thumb, and if you've watched my other videos, I always say this, is 0.8 grams to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. So if you're 150 pounds, you want to be eating around 120 grams of protein to 150 grams of protein every single day. And now for carbs and fat. Carbs should make up 45% to 55% of your total calories. This is to make sure you're getting enough calories and energy for your workout. And your fats should make up 20 to 30% of your total calories. This is to allow for hormone regulation and recovery. Now I'm going to give you a full meal plan in a second, but before that, here's how to make eating more food easier. Number one is that you have to eat calorie dense food. You have to prioritize foods that are high in calories but small in portions. So a few examples of that are nut butters, avocados, whole milk and cheese, olive oil, coconut oil, rice, pasta, potatoes. Number two, I've talked about this before, but it's something you have to do if you're trying to gain weight, is to drink your calories. I don't want you to replace your meals with liquid calories, but use them as add-ons to get more calories and more proteins throughout your day. So here's an example of a homemade weight gain shake you can make. 1 cup whole milk or almond milk, 1 banana, 2 tablespoons of peanut butter, 1 scoop of whey protein, 1 tablespoon of honey, half cup of oats. Blend it up and that will be 600 to 800 calories. Number three, eat more frequently, especially if you're someone where it's hard for you to eat a big portion in one sitting. So instead of having 2 to 3 big meals, have 4 to 6 meals throughout your day. So an example of this would be 3 solid meals and 2 shakes throughout your day. This will also prevent you from bloating while also allowing you to hit those calorie and protein goals throughout your day. And number four is to increase your portion size gradually. So add 1 extra slice of bread to your sandwich, add an extra scoop of rice to your plate. Increase your portion size little by little instead of completely overwhelming yourself. As promised, here's an example of a full sustainable meal plan you can follow to build muscle and size over time. As you can see here, you have breakfast, you have your snack, you have lunch, you have a post-workout shake, you have dinner, and you have a before bed snack. Now bro, I've been working out for 7 years. One of the biggest things that allowed me to get in shape and maintain it for 7 years straight is having the proper resources, knowing what to eat, knowing what workouts to do, having someone to guide me when I'm struggling, when I don't know what to eat, when I don't know what to do, when I'm hitting plateaus and I don't know how to keep getting more progress, someone to answer my questions, and also surrounding myself with like-minded individuals, other people that have similar goals that are trying to get in shape, and doing it side by side with them that allows me to stay motivated. These are all things that I offer in my private coaching community called S-Class. You'll get access to all my workout programs, all my meal plans, one-on-one calls with me every single week to ask me questions directly, and a private community of like-minded individuals where you can seek and provide value. And bro, we have a 30-day fitness challenge starting March 1st, and the best transformation will win $1,000. We did this back in January and the transformations were insane, so this time I'm doubling the price. So if you're watching this and you're serious about getting in shape and you want to have a crazy physique before summer, then this is for you. I'll put the link at the top of the description or the pinned comment below. It's discounted right now for the first 150 members, but the spots will fill up quickly. So click the link below and I'll see you inside. Love you boys. I hope this video helped and I'll see you in the next video.